With the transfer window just opened, and we have the two biggest games of the season coming up. The board have started their shenanigans again in the financial fair play, and they have taken away our entire transfer budget, and once again they have slashed the wage budget. And with players wanted and having to make up the difference in that wage budget again, we are going to find players leaving in this transfer window. Let's go and kick some balls. Hello and welcome back to the Road to Glory Part 20 Season 3 here at Benfica. And as you can see from the league table, it's still neck and neck between Porto and Benfica. And we are still top of the league, having played 12 with 36 points. We still have that 100% record intact, as do Porto. We are on top because our goal difference is 3 goals superior at the moment. And as you can see today, we will be at home to Porto in the Portuguese League, and we will follow that with a home game against Vitória de Guimarães, and they are currently in 4th, and they are performing way better than had been expected at the beginning of the season. So these are two of the biggest games that we have played so far this season, and these, I think, will be very defining moments. But before we go into what's been happening on and off the pitch, if you are brand new to the channel and you like FM content and you just love to see people suffer playing this game, then you're definitely in the right place. So why not subscribe, like, watch and comment, help the channel to grow and help us to support the very worthwhile cause that you can see scrolling up above. And so let's have a look at what has happened on the pitch since you were with us last time. And when you were with us last time, you saw that amazing 4-1 victory over Milan in the Champions League group phase. And then we followed that with a very nice 3-1 victory in the Allianz Cup third phase group. And so things were looking very, very nice at that point. We had a game then away at Porto in the Taça de Portugal Placard 5th round, and we managed to beat them by 3-1 in a game we dominated right from the start. We do look in very, very good form at the moment. And then that was followed by a 2-0 away victory against Martino. And we have come back very, very quickly after the last episode, because I think the next 3 games are probably the most important 3 games that I have played since I have been manager here at Benfica. We will be at home to Porto, we will be at home to Vitória de Guimarães, and we will be away at Sporting. Today we're going to be looking at Porto, and we're going to be looking at the game against Vitória de Guimarães. I think this is where the season will be decided. And just checking in on the injury problems, we currently still have a pretty good record this season in terms of injuries. And it is interesting that because we have this very, very small squad, players are not getting injured anymore. We currently have Zolis out. He's out for another couple of weeks. But this season it has been very, very kind to us. But having Zolis out has left us a little short on the left wing. But our brand new signings have just come into the club, and we have, of course, signed 2 players. And we have signed Julio Pintos. He is a midfielder. We signed him for 4.1 million. I think he looks like a very good central midfielder. I think he'll do a very decent job for us. And we have also signed Sasa Andelakovic, and he is a bargain, and we have brought him in for £2 million, and he really looks like he could develop into a very good player. He's just 18 years old. My assistant wants him to start against Porto. I think we'll put him on the bench, and we might see him later. I'm not sure this is the best game for him to be making his debut, but I think he is a very, very good player. We do have so many players who are wanted that it is absolutely impossible at the moment to tell who is going to leave, who is going to stay, because we do have financial problems again. The board have absolutely slashed our budgets again. We just have 577,000 left in the transfer budget. They took our 8 million away from us, and our wage budget has been slashed again to 1.174 per week, and we are currently on 1.2. We're 100,000 over again on the wage budget, and that means players have to be sold. And looking at the players who are wanted, Morato is wanted, Samu is wanted, Palacios is wanted, Andre Fernandez is wanted, Grillo is wanted. It just goes on and on and on, and it changes from week to week. The one player who wants to leave, Luciano Rodriguez, who we brought in a couple of years ago, has become probably the most important player in the team at centre-back. He is expected to leave, but only if we get a bid for him of 53 million. However, I know what will happen, and I know clubs will come in, and then we will have to reduce the deal on that promise to him. But if we do get 30 million, then possibly we can bring in another central defender. And maybe that's the way we're going to have to approach this transfer window. If somebody leaves, we'll just have to replace them. The players wanted are worth a lot of money, and so we could maybe replace them, but this is not the way to run a football team, and we cannot keep just changing the players in this team and expect to do well. And so we have a very, very big game coming up, and I hope that the players can be focused. We are going to play first against Porto, so let's go and kick some balls. And so the team for this very, very important game against Porto is Ike Alvarez in goal, with Julesgaard, Rodriguez, Morato and Bard at the back, Samu, Palacios, Ruan Carlos in midfield, and Hueg, Perkins and Endrick will play up front. We do have an injury problem on the left wing with Zolis being out, but we've decided to go as well with Perkins and Endrick, who both are in very, very good form. And if we continue what form we've been in, then this is a game that we could possibly win. However, having just beaten Porto in the Cup, I'm not so sure that this is going to be a game that we will win. We cannot dominate Porto in this way. With the team that we have at the moment, it's going to be very, very difficult to win this game. We have to be positive. We are going to play with the low block, and we're just going to hope that Endrick and Perkins can keep up their good form and can drive us home to victory. Samu is looking for Rodriguez. He finds Morato looking for Palacios. We need good games from him as well. Haig on the left-hand side instead of the right today. And here is Samu. Samu is looking for a through ball but can't find his man. And it is going to be Porto who bring it forward. There's just 3 minutes gone. We want to be solid early. We don't want to give away an early goal. And they are looking to break over the top, but that's nicely defended by Julesgaard. He's settled into the team very, very nicely. And here is Alvarez. Alvarez finds Morato. Morato looking for Samu to Haig. Morato, we're playing the ball around nicely, and we are looking better, the better of the two teams at the moment, but that's a very strong tackle on Haig. And has he got himself injured again? The referee is going to have a look at the monitor. He's looking at whether that could be a red card. And I've never seen this review in FM23 yet. Is it going to be a red card? He's having a look. Is he going to overturn his original decision? And he has decided that it is going to be a red card for Gonzalez. And that does give us a very nice advantage. And at the moment, we are the better team. They've gone down to 10 men. They will have to survive pretty much the whole game with 10 men. There's a ball into the box. We have a chance. Perkins has a chance. It's bobbling about in there. comes out to Julesgaard, and it remains Benfica 0, Porto 0. And boy, oh boy, what a result we can get here. They are down to 10 men. We can win this game. Endrick has a free kick, looking to curl it into the top corner, and it has been saved, and it's put out behind for a corner. And it's still Benfica 0, Porto 0. Can we capitalise on the 10 men? Ball into the near box, and it's a very good save from the header by Morato. And at the moment we are struggling. We are struggling to score the goal that will open up this game, although we are totally dominating the game. I'll be very, very unimpressed with this team if we don't win this game now, having got them down to 10 men. We are absolutely annihilating them. And it's just a question of time now. Will the goal come? We've had all the shots, most of them on target. Our XG is good, but we just haven't got the goal yet. And I need to just maybe demand more from them. We really need to be doing a little bit more, as Porto are looking to bring the ball out, but we've picked it up with Palacios in midfield. He finds Rodriguez to Bard. Bard looking outside for Haig. Haig, can he get the cross into the box? Yes, he can. Comes to Samu. Samu has hit the crossbar, and it's still Benfica 0, Porto 0. I think we may have to gamble, and taking the gamble and going more attacking will leave us open at the back. So at what point do I gamble? As Rodriguez finds Palacios. Palacios, he finds Samu. Samu to Rodriguez. Rodriguez to Palacios. We are in outstanding form at the moment, but we just can't seem to put this Porto team away today. Let's do a rerun of the cup, boys. And that's a lovely ball, and it's well intercepted by Porto. I thought we were going to get in round the back there, but unfortunately no. Well picked up by Morato. Morato finds Endrick. Endrick into Haig. Haig has scored. It's Benfica 1, Porto 0. Perfectly justified goal. We've been the better team. Unfortunately for Porto, they went down to 10 men. But since going down to 10 men, we have been the better team. We've taken them apart, really. And that was a poor piece of goalkeeping. And it is now Benfica 1, Porto 0. And we are on top in this game. And we will go 3 points clear of Porto. If we can hold on to this, Porto will hopefully start to fall and start to lose ground on us. And yeah, the media have given you a lot of credit. You weren't that bad. You can still improve. Let's go out there. Let's keep going. Let's make the difference. Let's win this football match. Let's maintain the distance that we have now. And this will be the first part. If we can win against Vitória de Guimarães as well, we will be totally in control of this league again. And that's where we want to be. We want to be top of the league. We don't want to be chasing Porto. They're a very good team. They were also on a 100% record, and that was a great save by the goalkeeper. But I think someone had strayed offside. It remains Benfica 1, Porto 0. Whilst it is only 1-0, they can still get back into this game. They've still only created 2 opportunities, though. And they are down to 10 men. We need to keep running them around. We're playing the ball at speed. There's a ball into the box, but it doesn't find its man. And Porto are going to bring it away. They will look to spring counter-attacks. We need to be alert and just make sure that we're defensively very solid. Nobody's playing particularly well today. I'm going to demand more of them again. We need to be doing better. And that's a nice tackle. Bard picks up the ball. He finds Samu. Samu breaking forward, looks for Bard. Bard looking inside, finds Morato. Morato to Samu. Absolutely beautiful football. Bard finds Huig inside. Huig looking inside. There's a chance, and it is saved again. And boy, oh boy, we cannot just seem to put this game away. We need to get second goal. We need to put the game to bed. Rodriguez isn't having the best of games at the moment. and maybe it is time to substitute him. He is also on a yellow card. Perkins is not playing very well. It may be time to bring on Andre Gomes, and he can come on and play as the shadow striker. 2 changes. Can those make a difference? Bard finds Morato for Palacios to Andre Fernandez, who's come on for Rodriguez, to Samu to Perkins, and Endrick is through. Endrick doesn't miss those. It's his 19th goal of the season. It is Benfica 2, Porto 0. He was not going to miss that. He only needs 1 chance, and he will take it. What a player he is. Poor error by the defender, and bang. It's 2-0 to Benfica. What a result this is going to be. And I think we'll go and make some more changes now. And so we have made a lot of changes. Porto are still not threatening us in any way. I don't really think we need to pay too much attention to what's happening in terms of the opposition and the threat that they have. They have not caused us any problems at all, and we are still 2-0 up. There's just 6 minutes to go, and I think this game is now pretty safe. Unfortunately for Porto, they had a man sent off in the 4th minute, and they've never recovered since. And Wormleighton, he finds Palacios, who finds Wormlington. Wormlington again finds Palacios. Palacios to Andre Gomes. Over the top for Huig. And Endrick has made it 3-0. But I think the referee is checking there for offside. I think he might have strayed offside. I think that one will be disallowed, and it will remain, yes, Benfica 2, Porto 0. But we look by far the better team. We are in total command of that game. It's just like an arm's hair breadth again. And we are going to finish this game 3 points above Porto, and we have totally dominated the game. We have deserved to win. Porto have had no threat whatsoever. There is going to be one last highlight before the end of the game. We do have a corner. Juan Carlos will swing in the corner, and it's headed over by Andre Fernandez. And it remains Benfica 2, Porto 0. I think the referee is time to look at his watch now, and I feel really good now, because even if Porto score from this highlight, it isn't going to make any difference with just a minute left. The ball's hit long. It comes out to Huig. Huig wins it in midfield. Lovely ball over the top to Gomes. Gomes is in. He's made it 3-0. This one will count. What a rout. Unfortunately, if you get a player sent off in the first 5 minutes, you are going to suffer. And Porto have suffered, and we have beaten them comfortably. The second time we have beaten them in a few weeks. 3-1 the first time in the Cup, 3-0 this time in the league. Our steamroller just keeps rolling on. Our 100% record is intact, and we just keep going and keep going. An absolutely brilliant win for us, and you can't say fairer than that. You can't ask for more than played 13, won 13. Our goal difference has increased to 9 over Porto. But what we have to do is make sure that we don't mess it up now. And we have a big game against Vitória de Guimarães, and we need to win that. We need to make our advantage pay. I'll go and get the team ready for that game. We will see you very soon, but if there is news of anything happening in the transfer window, we'll be back to let you know. See you very soon. And so the team for the game against Vitória de Guimarães is Alvarez in goal, with Jules Gard, Rodriguez, Morato and Bard. The back 4 unchanged. Samu, Palacios and Haig in midfield. Haig switching from the left to the right today. Andalakovic making his debut, with Gomes and Endrick up front. Decided to rest Perkins today. He didn't have the greatest of games in the last match. this is a game that we should be winning. They're going to play Catenacci style, and we need to be very, very careful that we don't get drawn out of position too far and allow them to make the counter-attack. I am going to go at them. I want them to be very positive. I want them to press hard. I want them to get in their face. We've reverted back to that hard pressing game, which we didn't play against Porto, which worked very effectively against Porto. But we do have the first highlight, and Samu's breaking into the box. Samu, the ball is up into the air, and it's claimed by the goalkeeper. And it is very odd. The first highlight is always a bit of a worry. You're never going to score from the first highlight. The opposition might, if you turn the ball over like this, but you won't. But it is at the moment still 0-0. We still can't afford to lose this game. We don't want to be in a position where Porto can close the gap on us. We want to open the gap now and put the pressure on Porto, because Porto are not playing today. They will play later in the week, and they need to be under pressure to win their game rather than we've given them an opportunity to get back in. And there's Hendrick with a drive from 30 yards. It is Benfica 1, Vitória de Guimarães 0. That boy Hendrick is just dynamite. He just needs a sniff of goal. What a strike that was. Took it down out of the air, and on the volley, wham, and into the corner of the net. No chance for the goalkeeper. What a signing Hendrick has been. And it is now Benfica 1, Vitória de Guimarães 0. Let's build on this, boys. Let's keep this 100% record going. There's no reason why we can't. If we've beaten Porto, we can beat this lot. And Andalakovic is involved in the game. Nice pass. And here's Rodriguez. Need a better game from Rodriguez today. And here is Andre Gomes into Hendrick. Hendrick's in space. It's 2-0. We're blowing them away. And it's almost game over after 7 minutes. The decision to change to the much more high press, to getting into their face. They are not the most aggressive team, which was what persuaded me to actually go at them. It might have been, had they been a little bit more aggressive, I might have sat back a little bit and tried to draw them out using the low block. But I decided, no, they're not very aggressive. Let's go in their face. Let's make problems for them. And we've certainly done that. Hendrick is in form again. He is just relentless. He keeps going and going. We are dominating this game. And Vitória de Guimarães, they have not had a single shot yet, and not even a single key pass. I'm going to encourage the boys. I don't know whether that's a good thing or to encourage them just because they might lose focus. They're all looking a little bit complacent, are they? But they're frustrated by being encouraged. And, okay, be frustrated, but don't lose your focus. And it's kind of strange. This team doesn't like being encouraged. They do respond better when they're being told off. They do get told off quite a lot as well. And here's Palacios. Palacios looking over the top for Haig, who's in brilliant form at the moment. Gets the ball into the box, finds Andre Gomes. It's 3-0. It's Benfica 3, Guimarães 0. And every decision I have made at the moment is paying off. We have absolutely hammered them. Leaving out Perkins, bringing on Gomes instead. He was given far too much space, and he isn't going to miss that. As a young boy, he was looking very promising. He has developed into a super player. He will leave at some point to another club, a bigger club, the same as Sani did. But what a player he has become. Just a fringe player when I first arrived, but wow, what a great player. And it's now Benfica 3, Vitória de Guimarães 0. I thought this was going to be a lot closer than it is, but they are still not out of it. We cannot afford to lose focus like that. That was pretty poor play. They are trying to work an opportunity. This is their first opportunity, and it just goes over the crossbar. They are a dangerous team. We can't just ignore the fact that we are playing well. They are a dangerous team. We need to stay focused. And at the moment, though, we are 3-0 up. We are not looking any danger whatsoever. What a first 45 minutes that has been. You've blown them away. Endrick, Gomes, brilliant at the moment. And it is, though, Vitória de Guimarães with the first highlight of the second half. Ball into the box, and there's a header. They are looking dangerous. They have scored with just their third attempt. And it is being checked. Is it going to be disallowed? And was he offside? It's possible he was offside from the header. The referee is checking it. And is the goal going to be awarded? It is going to be awarded. And I need to berate them. I just need them to know I'm not very happy that this game should be a breeze. And I need to demand more at first. We're not going to be too upset at the moment. I'm looking for somebody who might be not playing too well, but everybody seems to be doing okay. Fullbacks are struggling a little bit compared to the rest of the team. There's a ball into the near post, and it's beautifully saved by the goalkeeper. We see that highlight quite a lot, where the goalkeeper saves a header from Morato at the near post. And the ball is long. It goes to Alvarez. Alvarez finds Bard. Bard looking for Palacios. Palacios. That's a lovely ball over the top. Here's Endrick. Endrick doesn't need a second invitation. It's Benfica 4, Vitória de Guimarães 1. I think that was an assist from Andalakovic. His first game for the club. He gets an assist. What a beautiful pass. And for an 18-year-old, that boy looks like an absolute steal at 2.2 million. And boy, oh boy, oh boy, we have now opened up a 6-point gap over Porto. What a 2-game episode this has been. I'm going to go and make some changes now. And so we have made a number of changes. We have a game coming up against Sporting in a couple of days. We need to get fresh legs on the pitch. And it is at the moment, though, Benfica absolutely dominating this game. We are in amazing form at the moment. And it's still Benfica 4, Vitória de Guimarães 1. And can we make it more? Can we pile on the misery for Vitória? Here is Morato. Morato bringing the ball forward. And he finds Samu. Samu into Gomes. Gomes, Andalakovic over for Endrick. Endrick has another chance, and he couldn't put that one away. But Andalakovic looks like he is having an awesome game, and at the moment he is totally controlling things out there. Beautiful assist, another lovely through ball for Endrick. And we are looking like a very good team at the moment. If we can keep this team intact, who knows whether or not we can keep our 100% record all through the season. We are coming to the end of the game. It's Benfica 4, Guimarães 0, and it is full time. It's another sensational performance by the boys. Excellent win. And let's hope we can keep this team together, because at the moment we are now dominating the league again. We have played 14. We have a 100% record. Our goal difference is 12 superior of Porto. Porto do have a game in hand, but we are absolutely hammering this league at the moment. And we have a lot of fixtures coming up, and some very, very difficult fixtures. We do have Champions League games coming up against Atletico Bilbao and PSV Eindhoven. If we can win those 2 games, who knows what's going to happen in the Champions League. I think we will come back at the end of February for the PSV Eindhoven game and for the Estoril Praia game, and hopefully then we will have some really big news about anything that has happened in the transfer window. Let's hope nothing happens. And that's it for this video. If you are brand new to the channel and you like FM content, then why not subscribe, like, watch and comment. Help our channel to grow and help us to support the very, very good stuff that you can see scrolling up above. Unbeaten in the season, the Champions League is looking great. I am a very, very happy manager, and why shouldn't we be? We should be happy here at Benfica. Let's hope we can keep the squad together over the winter transfer window. I hope we can. We'll be back very soon for the next episode. Stay safe and see you soon.